Hi, Christy Hill from Hill Prophetics. I was just thinking about sharing a couple of the individual prophetic words that we had over people. I used to have a ministry in my home, and we called it Boots to the Ground, and we would start with adoration style worship, where we just worship the King of Kings. And after a while of that, when we sensed the presence of God so thick in the room, then we would ask the Holy Spirit who he's resting on, and just kind of look around the room and choose somebody. And so we would ask that person if they'd be interested in getting in what we called the love seat. And if they would, we'd put them in the love seat and then start to pray over them. And whatever the Lord gave us, we would share. I would start. And then after we shared, then we would open it up to people who had been through our training and knew not to call out anything negative or anything like that. Anyway, that had been through our training. So our more seasoned prophetic voices would speak into that person's life. And then we'd open it up for people to practice, people who'd never prophesied before, if they were willing to give it a go. And this is one of those words. We usually would only put someone who was brand new in the seat until everybody had been prophesied for. But this one particular night, there was a young lady that had been prophesied over before, but she was really down, and I didn't know what was going on, but I knew she needed some encouragement. So when asked if she wanted to sit in the love seat, she said yes. And I don't remember if she told us what was going on first. I don't believe so. We just started praying and prophesying over her. And what I saw first was, now this is going to tell my age, but I saw her like I Dream of Jeannie in the Genie bottle. And she was in the neck of the bottle. You know, the bottle had the little living room, and then the neck of the bottle was narrow, and it was like the birth canal for her. And she was stuck in the birth canal, and it was a really tight squeeze. But the Lord wanted her to know if she'd hang on a little longer, she was about to come to her wide open space. And I saw her in Jeannie pants, those balloony, loose pants with really deep pockets. Only her pockets were a lot like Mary Poppins' bag. I mean, you could just keep pulling things out of her pockets. And I told her I felt like most people are only given one or two gifts, profound gifts, and her pockets are full of gifts, that she has a lot of gifts to offer. And after the tears, the Lord told me that her middle name was Jean. Well, I think he said Jean or Jeannie, and it was Jean. And so then she told us what was going on. So she worked at a school, and the principal hated her, made her every day just grief to go to work. It was so sad. And her housing situation was that she was living with 3 younger teachers, just out of college type young, and she was a little bit older than that. And the washer and dryer were in her bedroom. So for a house full of 4 people, they had to constantly come and go through her room. So she really had no privacy at all, and just was ready to get out of there. And lastly, she had auditioned. Now, keep in mind, she had gone to Australia to study with Hillsong. She came back and sent in an audition tape for Transformation Church, and they never responded, and she was just grief-stricken. Well, in a matter of 2 weeks, that principal got fired, a new one came in and took her place that adored my friend. Her housing situation, she moved into a 2-bedroom house with a storage unit behind her house in her yard for the same price she was paying for that 1 bedroom. And then Transformation Church got back with her, and they had not received her to audition tape. She got to audition again and was chosen to be a part of that, which was the fastest growing church in America at the time. Isn't God fun? Christy Hill with Hill Prophetics.